Okay.
Okay, cool. All right. I mean, I think this is as successful as I'd
Yeah,
hoped.
it's great. Awesome.
You know what? I didn't put that link back in. So
Which one?
the rostrum. See if I can find the rostrum.
Yeah, it was on the back of,
I
it's
know,
actually
but
on the back of the rostrum. It's at the ASCCC.org
okay.
site and then go to resources.
That works. Okay,
But
good.
and then
Thank
bring
you.
back the Google Doc though, if you
Okay, cool.
can.
Yes. Can
Yeah.
you see it?
Under yes, thank you.
I'm closing out the groups. They're going to close
Welcome
up on themselves.
back. We're excited to see you're all
Yay!
coming back.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So now I'm going to have the Google Doc open so we can see.
Okay, very good. And is everybody, are they all closed now at this point?
I believe so. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, they're all coming back. Yay.
Yay!
All right, back to the main session.
How was
Oh,
that for
thank you, Carol.
everybody?
It
Did you
was
get
so weird. We got kicked out of a uh, of
sorry.
a group, and then it was just the three of us listening to our voices, but then we heard everybody else's voice, so we couldn't do the assignment. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We're
Interesting,
gonna kind of
Sandra.
wrap it
That's
up.
very interesting. Well, let's see what we do have. Is there a group that came up with a sentence and would be willing to share it with us? And we'll go to your slide.
Ooh,
What brave soul do we have out there? And thank you again for playing along with us. What brave soul do we have?
I do see something populated in 2 and 4.
Okay, click on. All right, yeah, breakout room 2. Looks like you have some things. Who was in that room and what would you share with us?
Transparency and Accountability Group. Was that you, Carol?
Uh, that was 4. We were 4.
Okay. Who is in 2?
Anybody in 2 that's with us right now? Well, we can go ahead and read it. So what they came,
Sorry.
we can go ahead and read it then. But I want to give someone in breakout room 2 a chance.
I guess we're all shy.
Were you in there,
I
Michelle? Were you in that group?
I was. I'll just do
Well,
it
share
that
with
way to
us.
help
Share
you
with
out.
Michelle. Don't be shy. Share with us. We're among friends.
but also if you say that you're shy, doesn't that also preclude you being shy?
Uh, it's my Leo way. What can
There
I
you
say?
go.
Share with
There you
us,
go.
Miss Leo.
There you go.
So we had a lot of fun in our group. We got the job done really fast so then we could compare notes on how we use AI in our
Oh,
own devices and
very
whatnot.
cool. Very cool.
But for number one, the main thing we agreed upon is just no direct copying and
Yes, ma'am.
pasting. Like
Thank you.
it's a tool, not the final product.
Correct.
And then for number two, um, we just wanted to actively guide the use of it during class. So we're kind of teaching them how to use it in a smart way. And
Yes.
that we were saying garbage in, garbage out. So
Correct.
how do you make a prompt? What are the direct things you want it to do? What is going to create a good product? So it's like backward thinking.
Yes.
Then,
Yes.
of course, because we're academics, we need them to cite it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we all felt very, very, very much on the same page for that. And then after that, we kind of just chit chatted. We're not gonna lie, and we we just
Well,
had a
tell us
ball.
about that, Michelle. You said you chatted about like different ways that
Different
you
ways
use.
to use it. So
Well,
some
tell us what came across in that discussion.
We were thinking about using it as a way for I'll just speak directly for art. It's not only an image maker
Mhm.
in a way, but I have my advanced students, it helps them write artist statements. And it's
Oh,
so hard for young artists to find out what they're actually making and doing.
mm.
So I walk them through that, and it helps my ESL students too, because it's hard enough to put a visual thing into verbal context or even written. So how do you do that if it's not even your first language?
Beautiful.
And then we were talking about writing multiple choice tests with it. How do you talk about new advances in the medical field of it being used as a
Ooh.
diagnosis
Hmm.
kind of system and thoughts about that? just how it's a tool overall. We were thinking about it. And also a way to have fun. Like I have it write children's books about my two dogs when I'm bored.
I love that.
That's fantastic.
I love that, Michelle.
There
You've
can be
given
an
us some great
aspect of
ideas.
play. You know,
Yes.
it can be play with it too, which is back to the curiosity. You know, this is going to be the way that we hook this generation with
Yes.
curiosity again.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you for sharing
Very
that. In fact,
cool.
yesterday, Suzanne Freeman shared that she actually had it develop a grocery list for her to go to Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
She told it how much money she had. She told it the allergies that she had, and it gave her a whole grocery list. And I thought
That's
that never
fantastic.
even crossed my mind to have it write me a grocery list and things like that. That didn't even. So thank you, Michelle. I'm so glad you guys went ahead and had some other discussion.
That is
I
fantastic.
love that.
It was a really nice group. I was happy to be in group too.
Oh,
Yay,
love
group two.
it.
Yeah, and I
Oh.
love Anne's message here. She said she couldn't answer because her kids are fighting right now in the background. I love
Fair, fair, fair. Oh, Cheryl says recipes too.
there you go.
Oh,
There you go.
and that's another thing. Be curious, but also know that a lot of this AI has been around for a while. I mean, craft foods. I was sharing it with my son who wants to be a chef. Craftfoods.com. I'd say put in 3 ingredients you have in your pantry, and it would give you a recipe. And I was being all smart. I was like, okay, tuna and peanut butter and spaghetti. Oh, Thai food. Thank you. Name's Craft. So yeah, I was trying to be a smart aleck about it. Sure enough.
Oh.
All right.
Is
So
there any other group that would like to share, that would like to tell us what you did?
I thought 4 had something because there was a cursor in there and I got excited. But anything, even if you didn't write it down, what else could be shared in
Yes.
groups 1?
Yeah, how about that 5th slide? Is there anything on there?
I was in group
Yes.
1 and
Oh,
we came up with something.
Oh, tell us,
sure,
Alex.
Sure.
Okay. It's a bit of a list or a long sentence.
That's okay.
Students should so we had the ethical uses of AI. So students should cite AI if they use it to generate content. They should check with the instructor to understand what is acceptable use. They should be thoughtful about the use of AI so that it doesn't rob the student of an education, and also because of the environmental concerns. And finally, students should think critically about how AI use may be biased.
Oh, that's excellent. You guys did a lot of work.
And I can't take credit for that, but my group members were Stephen and Jeffrey and Aaron and Timothy. And I just wrote it all down.
Cool. I try to put some notes in there.
That's awesome. Thank you. I thought you were going to say, Alex, that you guys ran it through AI and this was the list it gave you. Thank you for sharing. I love that. That's awesome. And Alex, have you used it in a class?
I have not.
Oh.
I've used
Will you
it
be
for myself, but not in the class yet.
Can I
awesome?
give
But
a
you
quick,
have used it yourself.
can I give a quick shout out for the library, which
Yes.
some of those ideas about ethics came from a library resource guide that I'm working on about AI and information literacy. I've actually been working on it all day today, so the timing was really perfect.
Awesome.
And originally I had started working on just a general guide about AI, but the topic was way too broad. So I realized today that I needed to focus it on just information literacy concepts, which is the librarian's wheelhouse anyway. And so we're looking forward to publishing it sometime this semester and sharing it with students.
I
I
love
can't wait
that.
to see it. Make sure we get it,
Thanks.
Aaron.
Thanks.
Can I also
you for
give a
sharing
shout out
that.
to Aaron for being the chair of the tech committee at
Right?
SCC?
Yes.
Talk
Thanks,
about
Marianne.
wheelhouse. Talk about wheelhouse. Fantastic
I
leadership.
just put into the chat Magic School AI, which is a great resource. It's not free. That's one of those where we need those resources, but it is, and it's not just for elementary. When you hear Magic School, you're like, oh, that's for elementary. No, I'm using it for higher education. So you can, they have so many resources in there that you would really enjoy.
Cool
Anybody
beans.
else from one of the other breakouts that you would like to share something with us?
What a great group. I'm so glad we did this.
I know, I'm so excited.
Thank you all.
Anybody else? Or anybody else
well-
want to share something about AI?
Even though we got technical difficulties for group 3, I want to share what we talked about. And we were saying that, okay, so I'm in anatomy, so we are not, I don't use it. I don't have a problem of plagiarism. I just use it to help me to engage students to memorize anatomy. I do that.
Good.
But oh my gosh, I forgot her name. But we had one of the participants, she teaches language and she uses it to write an essay in Spanish and they read it out loud in class and they kind of like fix what AI does, which is not correctly.
Nice. I love that.
That's
Sandra, thank you
fantastic.
for sharing that. That's awesome. Yeah, great examples. I love this, how we're learning from each other. Amazing.
I really appreciate that everybody's really connecting to the students and saying like,
Mm-hmm.
how do we do this? I mean, I guess maybe I had the bias that we weren't connecting with the students, but you guys really are doing a great job of really trying to
Yeah,
bridge those gaps, which is
I
fantastic.
agree.
That's how
Sounds like
I,
they really are.
yeah, I
Sounds
just
like
feel
they're
like
really
it's
using it. I like that.
awesome.
Anyone else? We have about 2 more minutes here, and then we're going to close and let you go. But anybody else want to share their experience and even beyond what we were doing here? Again, this is an AI exploration agreement for students. You could actually do this with your students. You could have them help you work on it. Karen just put in relation to this topic, students should be warned that AI is not always right.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
correct, because it's only, I had heard, and I could be incorrect on this, I had heard it's only updated to like 2022 or 2023. So the example someone gave is if they did a report on Queen Elizabeth, it would speak as if she were still alive. And then that's where you have those fact checks. You need to know the information. They need to be able to be discerners of information as well.
Ooh, also, yeah, making sure that you understand what fake news is and bias in
Yes.
media and things like that. So, yeah, agree.
Important
Agree.
issues.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have something they want to share before we close up camp? They put one sentence in for slide 4. Can you go to slide 4, please?
Yes,
Beth?
ma'am. Oh, I typed that.
Okay.
After Sandra was talking, I just wrote
Oh,
down
it's
what
on
she was
slide
talking
5.
about.
She said it's
Oh, sorry.
on slide 5.
Okay,
Sorry
perfect.
about
Thank you.
that.
So that's great. Room 4.
Karen, do you want to share that with us?
Hi, yes. We thought it was very fundamental. The question was what should be included in the agreement to address privacy concerns. And we basically just said the student should be advised to refrain from uploading any personal information to AI tools.
Yes.
There be names, phone numbers, addresses, ID numbers, personal photographs that can identify people, and so on. Because they might not know. They're naive.
You're right,
Right?
Karen.
That's
You're
key.
right.
Karen, that's a great point. You guys came up with a really great point there. Thank you.
And again, yeah, that might be that developmental piece that we as
Mhm.
like more chronologically seasoned adults might know that. Don't do that. But some of these young people, they haven't really processed that. So yeah, sometimes overstating the obvious is a safety issue for all of us. And yeah,
Right.
Mhm.
Especially
very
if they were doing personal surveys about their classmates and maybe they had their names, and and then just kind of had it in the spreadsheet, like first, last name, and then their responses, like, don't upload that for analysis just with everybody's names in there. It's not,
Mhm.
don't want to
yeah.
do that.
I think that's
Good
fair to say,
point.
just to say that we said it, just so everyone's on the same page.
Right.
Because not everybody always is. So it's good.
Yep.
Even like you
That's
said, it's
excellent.
fundamental. It's not always. Mark Twain said, "Common sense is quite uncommon." So let's keep that in mind in that humanistic
That one was free.
approach.
We're giving you that one
That's
free.
right.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you
This
for
has
your
been
group.
fantastic. Thank you.
It is. And I think we're ready to wrap up here. Professor
Yay.
Laney, is there anything else you would like to say to the group?
Again, thank you for helping me like get researched and excited about all the work that we're doing. And sometimes I do forget that, just because there's some fear doesn't mean we all have fear. So thank you for reminding me how amazing we all are. So keep it up.
And Karen, yes, you will, even though you didn't register that you're on here, anyone that was here for 80% of the workshop will get the credit for today. And thank you both thank you all. I was reading something and trying to say that. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
You've made our day.
Yay.
You're all awesome.
I also put our emails at the bottom. And you see that's you, Trudy, right there. And that's sort of me.
Oh,
Thought I was being funny.
why am I not on roller skates though? I'm supposed to be on
No.
roller skates.
But you're like, hey. And I'm like, what's up? So yeah. pretty
Thank
much.
you to all of you. And yes, attendance will be taken. Zoom actually will send it to us and oh
I know.
good. Carol, good. You think we're friendly. That's Carol's one of I love her. I adore Carol. Thank you for being here. All
Email
of you.
us
Thank you.
anytime. We're here to support you. We're here to
Yes.
support each other.
Appreciate all of you. Have a
you.
wonderful day.
Take care
And
now.
you're free to go.
Yay.
Do you want to hit stop record?
Yes, ma'am.